Hello there, Commonwealth from here. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is reaching its launch, so let's go extensively over the top-down open-air provinces of this Hyrule. But first, be sure to leave a like, subscribe and press the notification bell. Zelda Lore has mapped the minimap areas very well, so a big shoutouts to him, and in addition placed a lot on the full map. This one first became public in high resolution at PAX West, without any text in the way, which was the case with traversing Hyrule. At the same expo, we learned that there's a hero mode, so much right after the previous confirmed traditional dungeons with mini-bosses, boss keys and bosses. Things are looking real good. Though dungeons appear to primarily be in the still world, so for now let's focus on Hyrule. In addition, to make this tour across the map more interesting, we'll start from an area that is only shown at the official website, not in the trailers, shorts or previews, namely this unnamed settlement in the middle of Jabul waters. It has a Lorellan vibe, and what is the delta of the river system ending in an extensive sea area. Hence this settlement is this game's, or for that matter Hyrule's harbour. It goes without saying that a significant part of this province, that is to say the entire sea territory of Jabul waters, makes up a clear expansion from the akin to a Link to the Past northern part of the province, with the River Zora village north from our new favourite harbour. Based on the Uncharted map, we can see quadratic and rectangular sections or sectors. In the case of River Zora village, we can see that it overlaps no less than 5 such sectors, standing in contrast to the partially rifted mouth-like structure seen in the Traversing Hyrule trailer, as this one has its own sector. The same goes for the structure below it, and it narrowly avoids bordering the harbour sector. That is right, this urban location has a sector of its own on the map. From the outline of the sectors at the eastern corner of this boundary province, we can see that it stretches pretty much to the edge of the map, meaning that we have a massive territory to chart, and that includes what might be the Zora domain based on the minimap settlement icon and giant fish sticking out of the sea. Could this be Jabul himself? I do wonder if the River Zora will also make its way down to the salt water, just like the moving Sea Zora up the freshwater. At least we know that the Sea Zora will be present in the new harbour village, as seen in this website screenshot. Moving south, we have the shipwreck, which we have seen demonstrated quite a bit, both with Zelda's swordfighter form and different solutions with echoes from the official website. If you go further south, you enter rainforest territories, the Faron Wetlands, a true labyrinth province, located both east and southeast of Lake Hyrule. Naturally, Zelda will escape the initial expanding rift to the edge of the lake to witness the title screen of the game. Either way, back to Faron Wetlands, which doesn't have as many sectors to fill out with color. But still, this is a swampy territory filled with cotton candy eating Deku, including in their settlement, structures and temple complexes. On the path there though, we'll need to overcome the native to rainforests piranhas, a great enemy echo to bring with us against later water threats. From the Uncharted map, we can also to the southwest of the palm tree see a little heart lake. Just like a pond found in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, will we see a love side quest take place here as well. Either way, we've started our path east towards the southern expansion this game offers. From the base, a Link to the Past / A Link Between Worlds template. A major southern forest area, reachable through its prairie as demonstrated in a Traversing Hyrule trailer. In the same tease of the map, we also found Southern Village, and to its east Southern Beach, which Zelda will end up on early in the game. Luckily, with a carrot, we can traverse fast from here towards other provinces, like the scorching Gerudo Desert, for the first time explorable on horseback, both to its oasis, but also to the town filled with Gerudo warriors. It is a massive territory filled with sand, and it marks traditionally the south/western edge of Hyrule. Naturally, we also had deserts in A Link to the Past and A Link Between Worlds, but not on this scale and not with Gerudo. Plus this time, we have extensive desert caves to explore, including with questlets. We've finished covering the eastern and southern sections of Hyrule, so let's start moving north while keeping it west side. And for a change, we don't jump straight from the desert to Kakariko village. Instead, we have what must be Lon Lon Ranch with its characteristic tower, serving your horse needs since 1998. And we got an even closer look in the recent footage of Zelda making her entrance from the other side of the ranch compared to the Traversing Hyrule trailer, where Zelda jumped in from the east. Looks like we can tame and store horses we collect in this specific location. What is more interesting though is what is located east from it. An entirely new territory, including a water pond south of Kakariko. And that is just what we have seen thus far, since the new space separating the desert from Kakariko is big. Speaking of the central western icon of Hyrule, it is better than ever, at least when it comes to its top-down iterations, with 2 windmills above each side of the settlement and central square. Properties stretching out, and a lot of territories to explore both to the south, where we just came from, but also further west. You see, Kakariko is no longer the central western boundary of the top-down map. There is much more we haven't seen yet, but even that pales in comparison to what is found north. Eldin Volcano. Definitely not present in the A Link to the Past and A Link Between Worlds maps, and filled with mighty rock-eating Gorons. A real climb awaits, first up to Goron City, but even so, this settlement with its numerous chambers, Goron inhabitants, or additional loading areas, or territory from the overworld, filled with Gorons, is just at the foot of the volcano. The real mountain path to the summit and crater goes through interior caves and magma-filled sections, all separate from the open-air map. It is just remarkable how much depth is found in this Hyrule, and still we have more to cover, as it is finally time to move east, where we find the Great Hyrule Forest, or Lost Woods, which is no longer located directly north of Kakariko Village, but to its northeast. And in this gap between Hyrule's 2 mountain chains, we're likely to meet the Great Deku Tree, as seen in the reveal footage of the game. Speaking of, it is time to enter the Cold, the real Death Mountain, as it has always been called in Japanese, northeast of Hyrule's capital, as per tradition. It is just that this time it is filled with snow, and it is really cold. From the title reveal, we know it will be a long and tough climb, and who knows, perhaps we might encounter a new race, even the Rito. After all, they are the only race missing of the ones found in Breath, since Koroks might be hiding with the Great Deku Tree, and we already have confirmation of the Sheik. Could Rito Village be hidden right here? Or perhaps even the Yeti from Twilight Princess? Many possibilities. But baby, it's cold up north, so it is time to enter the heart of the kingdom. Do with a little stop first at Dampus Automaton Workshop. And I conclude like this based on the hammers placed into the cave-like entrance, likely Dampus HQ. Here we'll naturally get the finest in Hyrule's crafted weapon. Southwest of this one, we also have the location of the Eastern Palace, and over the river, the iconic sanctuary with the cemetery. Another jump over the moat, and we are at Hyrule Castle and Town, a place that will be full of activity at first with Hyrule's king, though gradually eaten up by the rifts, to the point that pretty much all of it will be in the still world. And this the thing, each province stolen away from Hyrule is found in the still world, the dark world of Echoes of Wisdom. We don't really have the map of this section, but it makes sense as it is not connected in the same way as Hyrule and might just be leading up to the dungeons. At the very least, before we reach that point, Castletown with its market square and houses will be the commercial and political hub of Hyrule, providing side quests, but by leaving its gates, we can also observe that the core of the kingdom itself has seen expansions. In the west in particular, we have already gone over the ranch, but to the north of this one, there is more, namely this mysterious stone complex seen in the reveal and press screenshot provided. But apart from that and the path to Gerudo Desert, an alternative path to the ranch, that should be it. A huge expanded Hyrule in pretty much all directions, from its A Link to the Past and A Link Between Worlds core. Add to that the Stillworld sections for each of the provinces covered, and this is an absolutely huge world. Or actually, worlds. So with that in mind, what is your favorite province in Echoes of Wisdom's Hyrule? Sound off with your answer in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, then be sure to leave a like, subscribe and press the notification bell to make this video more visible. Last but not least, a big thanks to you for watching and to all our patreon.com/commonrealm patrons. Special shoutouts go to Raw producers Zach Johnson and JC Funk, and heroes Holly Wolf, Cheryl, and Garrett Hoy. You rock, and please enjoy one or both of these two awesome videos.